to break or the world record. That was not to be. What can you tell us? And what's happening in Eldoret? How have people reacted to this win?
Definitely, Ben, the 44th edition of the Berlin Marathon was definitely not about who was going to be the winner, but who was going to be the world record holder. A highly publicized race, I think, for the last century. For the first time, race organizers are putting together the top 3 marathoners in the world. And, of course, Eliud Kipchoge, the man whose pressure was on, expected to break the world record. And, Ben, looking at how the race unfolded, of course, Kenenisa Bekele, Wilson Kipsang, having had very first times, both ran at the Berlin Marathon last year. I mean, we were looking at the 2 athletes and plus Eliud being a recipe for a world record. But as you saw, Kenenisa Bekele dropping out. Then at 30 kilometers, Wilson Kipsang dramatically just stopping, and he couldn't move. That leaving Eliud and Ethiopia's Adola, who was actually making his marathon debut, to be the 2 contenders. And by the 37th kilometer, of course, the world record pace was gone by 19 seconds. And looking at just the 2 athletes running against each other, it made it extremely difficult, of course, for Eliud to run a world record. And as you could see, at the 38th kilometer, Eliud could be seen telling Adola to up the pace a bit. And it was also a dramatic race, I must tell you. Emotions were flying high over the roof, out of the window here in Eldoret, where there was a marathon viewing at the Click Hotel. And I can tell you that the whole Eldoret, quite literally, was here following that race. And when, of course, Adola had broke away from Eliud and seemed not reachable, it went dead quiet, Ben. And probably to honestly put that race into perspective, you know, what didn't go right in terms of a world record? I have a global coach where actually Eliud Kipchoge runs, a member of NN running team here, Coach Meto, with me. And I just want to ask him one simple question. The world record didn't fall today. What went wrong? What went right?
Yeah, for today, actually, the weather was not very good for everybody, for sure. So when the race was on the middle, we had decided even not to get the record, but even to win. And lucky enough, we won the race.
And at some point, Eliud seemed to be out of contention. It was dead quiet here. I saw you. You actually went quiet. You were holding your head. You put your hands on your face. You know, what was going on through your mind, seeing the world record gone and the win gone?
You know, actually, as a coach, when I saw that this Ethiopian athlete moving in front and opening the cap, then I sensed a danger there. So I was not really very comfortable about it. But we are only praying that maybe within 40 kilometers, able to close the cap, and then we wait for the sprint. Lucky enough, things changed, and we took the lead, and we are very happy about it. We are not worried about the record.
And finally, Kenenisa Bekele and Wilson Kipsang dropping out of that race, did that affect the pace and eventually the world record attempt?
Yeah, you see this race actually, everybody was hoping to win and get the record. But reaching somewhere, things change with the weather, and when the pace also changed, nobody could cope up. So that's one thing that it made it not actually to get the record. And the weather also, you see it was raining. People are building a lot of lactic acid on the way. Yes.
Thank you very much, Coach Meto of the Global Sports, where Eliud trains in Kaptaga, telling us that, of course, the world record was the first goal. The second goal was to win Berlin. The first goal was not realized, but a win it was for Eliud Kipchoge. And the folks here pretty much happy. A bit of disappointments for sure that the world record didn't fall. And the fact that this race had all the recipes for a world record. Now it's a matter of wait and see when next. Who else, which race organizer will be able to put up such a field, Ben?
Thank you, Lynn Washira. They're coming to us live from the North Rift with experts, athletics experts on what went wrong for Kenya.